You didn't think I would leave you with no live stream today, did you? It is third day in a row of me live streaming. 3-day streak, pretty impressive. By the way, if you want to be getting notifications of when I'm going live, since the YouTube notification system isn't the best, you can join the community Discord, which invite link you can find in one of the newer videos on my channel's description. But today, it's up to you to decide where I'm playing. And by the way, hi Credo, I changed phone 4 foot photo to change mail on YouTube. Oh, confusing. Hey Abdu, hi. I'm just finishing exporting a video on my fitness YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, subscribe now. So I'll wait until that finishes and I can create a poll and let you vote where I should be playing today. Where we playing today? First option, Whitemane Cataclysm. Second option, Felsong Legion. I leave it up to you because I could not decide. Oh, you changed phone and you forgot email. Oh, that's unlucky. So you guys vote. I'm gonna give you maybe like 2 or 3 minutes until the video exports. And then I'm gonna play whatever you voted for. I haven't played on Felsong for quite a while. Last time I logged on Felsong might have been like 3 months ago maybe. 1 month into Felsong being live. I think that was the last time I played there. Try to make a review of the server. I actually have the video footage still in my folders, but never finished. This is my mom's phone. I broke my What phone is your mom gonna use then? You're like, Mom, MEYTRIX got his live stream. I need your phone. Yo, Space Pirate. I was today on a comic books event on a local pub. Nice. How many comic events are you getting? Last time we spoke, you were to a comic event too. Solo queue is dead on Whitemane? I don't think so. I'm getting queues pretty frequently. It's like 3 to 5 minutes on average to get into 3v3 solo queue. How long have you been waiting? We can actually check the ladders now that Whitemane has PvP ladders on their website finally. We could check them. PvP leaderboards, is this it? I can never remember what it is. Solo queue 2600. It is way more active than the regular 3v3. Like way more active. And almost pretty comparable to 2v2 activity, which 2v2s are super active on Whitemane compared to any other private server. So I wouldn't say solo queue is dead, not at all. Look at the ratings and how many games they played. Rank 1 player in 3v3 solo queue played 179 games. And it's a Warlock. Warlock, Rogue, Druid, Shaman, Shaman. Shamans and Druid is pretty popular. Shout out to everyone at the top of the leaderboards. So yeah, I would disagree about that statement of solo queue being dead. What phone are you gonna get? MEYTRIX streaming, get the fuck out of TV. I think this is the 4th this year. Wow. Where do you live? I want those kinds of events too. Sometimes it doesn't even pop for 10-ish minutes, but let's say 5 to 7 minutes average around 1700-ish. Okay, well the MMR could change the wait time. That's reasonable. I've been waiting for like not longer than 7 minutes ever, maybe once. So it's been pretty good to me. I finally have time to catch up with your streams. Oh, good. I'm doing great, thanks for asking. What do you want me to play? It seems like the poll is going 88% for Whitemane, 22% for Felsong, 78% for Whitemane. Whitemane looks like it's gonna be Whitemane, which I'm pretty happy about because it's a bonus weekend. So we're gonna take advantage of that. Oh, you live in Bucharest. Andrew Tate's home. I'm 18 years old. Wow. When I was 18, I didn't even know what world is. I started playing WoW in 17. Petrusevic, hey. Following your work, keep it up, thanks. Feel free to stay on the live stream. I'm gonna give you guys like 1 to 2 more minutes. Video export will be finished probably by 2 minutes. And it looks like it's gonna be Whitemane for today, so I'll change the video title. Only 9 people voted. What the heck? Is there any new private service in 2024? Oh, there's gonna be plenty. There's gonna be Whitemane Wrath of Lich King in 2024, early 2024. There's gonna be, even in late 2023, there should be Whitemane Vanilla. There's also gonna be Neltharion this year. There's gonna be Tauri Legion next year. What else is there gonna be? Firestorm Dragonflight either this year or early next year. Warmane's Onyxia either this year or early next year. So there's gonna be a lot of new servers. And a lot of old servers coming with new realms, which is, I think, even better. Numero uno. I do not know much about Felsong. Well, would you want to find out? Now you have a chance to vote. Waiting for an Neltharion, hope the server doesn't flop. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just waiting for Classic Cata Mist of Pandaria. I'm looking forward to Cataclysm Classic a lot. Is Blacker a good realm to PvP? It is, but I would say for an experienced player to Wrath of Lich King PvP, because it's also highly competitive. So if you know almost nothing about Wrath of Lich King and how to play PvP on that expansion, you may struggle really hard. Okay, 15 votes. Let's see the results. 66% for Whitemane, 33% for Felsong. It's a dominant victory for Whitemane, so Whitemane it is. We're gonna take advantage of that bonus weekend as much as we can. I just DM'd my arena partner, he's not responding. So it's probably not going to be arena, but it may be solo queue arena still. Play a warrior? I don't have a warrior on Whitemane, and I don't think I want to start a new one. Not really. I've already started leveling a warlock, so I don't want to start leveling another character and have 2 characters on low levels. I'm gonna jump on my Death Knight because he's in a dire need of gear. But I'd like to play Warrior on Cataclysm. I would. MEYTRIX, how many WoW clients do you have downloaded? Like 12? Probably around 10 to 12. Yeah, I think so. Because I have 2 Cataclysms, 2 or 3 Wrath of Lich Kings. I have Ascension, I have like 2 Legions, And I have Retail and Wrath of Lich King Classic. And I have 2 Mists of Pandarius. So how many is it? Top 3 classes for playing PvP. Overall on any expansion, Rogue, Mage. Rogue and Mage are always good. I don't know who the third one would be though. Maybe Holy Paladin for a healer, let's say. Could make it in top 3. Relatively easy playstyle and always effective, with not much need for fake casting. Could be. Yes, I'm an Undead Death Knight because you get the racial swap, so I have the human racial on my Undead. Every man for himself. Okay, let's queue up for a BG. Just the easiest thing to do is queuing up for a BG. My arena partner, sorry sitting with girlfriend. Well, fuck you then. He prefers sitting with his girlfriend to playing arenas on Whitemane and pushing for rank 1. That's the story of my life, and then people are asking me, why don't you play more? Why don't you do more arenas? Are you gonna do rank 1 push? Well, no, because I can't do it alone. I could in 3v3 solo queue, that's my only chance. How are warriors in choosing Cataclysm? Terrible. You could only play with a Holy Paladin or Resto Shaman. Then you are like top 10 viable, technically, if you outplay people and you have a really good healer. I played Arms Warrior with my partner Retribution Paladin, and we got up to around 2500 rating in 2v2, which is super impressive for a double DPS comp, but don't expect to be as successful. It's rather unusual to get that kind of rating. Why the hell you did your DK Undead? Oh, I already told you. How to beat Red Paladin Warmane versus how to beat Red Paladin Whitemane? Depends on what class you play. But it's way different because there are completely different expansions where the class has been completely reworked. So it is way different tactic. Numero uno. Felsong Legion is a new Legion server that came out like 3 months ago now. It was pretty pay to win, although they claimed that it wouldn't be. And I called them out. I played there for a very short period of time. Maybe my /play might be like 2 hours in total. It was pretty hyped. It was long anticipated and it kind of failed. It still is one of the bigger Legion servers, but that's primarily because there's no other decent Legion servers around. So that's the story of Felsong in a nutshell. Yep, Siko, that was top 3 for Whitemane. Essentially too. Holy Paladin on Cataclysm is insanely good. Subtlety Rogue on Cataclysm is insanely good. And then you could add a Feral, a Mage, and a few other classes, depending on the bracket and or what kind of environment you're in. Oh, this guy's so dead. I'm gonna turn on the sound here. He's so dead. I don't think so. I'm healing myself here. He's just running away like a little bitch. What's this guy trying to... Oh, they killed everyone. Well, that's unlucky. I'm not even wasting my cooldowns then. What the heck is going on? Am I the only one fighting? Yes, of course you can change your ratios on Whitemane. Did you not watch any of my Whitemane videos? Would you consider playing a bit more Ascension while they changed quite a lot since the last time you played, or are you just waiting for Koa? I would rather play on Conquest of Azeroth. I really like that one. The actual Ascension, it would need a huge investment of my time to get used to all those changes, all the custom things on there. I'm definitely a bigger fan of Conquest of Azeroth than I am of Ascension as it is now. So I'm not very tempted to play Ascension right now until Conquest of Azeroth isn't out. Once it comes out, then I probably will play that. But until then, not very likely. I prefer Cataclysm and Wrath of Lich King. So everyone is human in Whitemane? No, that's the point. Nobody's human in Whitemane. Everybody's just got the human racial. Disengaging into you was not smart of a decision. That was not, indeed. But he ran away from his destiny. Oh, this guy chilling. Oh, let's try to push on Lighthouse if there's not too many people. How many people are there? There's a Paladin with nobody else around. Let's try to have a 1v1. Oh, I copied his wings. Okay, he's screwed. He just messed up. I'm gonna use AMZ because he's popping all his cooldowns. Strangulate him. Okay, he'll have to bubble here, otherwise he's dead. Yes, he did. Okay. I'm gonna run away. I'm gonna Lichborn myself, heal to full. Cancel Lichborn so he doesn't fear me or stun me in it. And he's dead. Easy. Big outplay. Oh no, they won. Most popular WoW private server. I don't think there's one most popular. And it's really hard to compare them because some of them lie about their population. They have different expansions, so it's really hard to compare different zones because people gather in different areas. But the biggest ones, Ascension, Whitemane, this Russian Cyrus WoW is really huge. WoW Circle. These are probably the top 4, and Turtle WoW, your top 5 biggest. Right now, Turtle blew up though. In a matter of a year, last year, it was like a couple thousand at best, at peak. Now it's 10,000 plus. So that one blew up pretty quickly. I can buy an item for honor. Let me buy something so that I don't go over cap. What do we have here? A lot of bloodthirsty garbage. Let's get the neck. Accuracy neck. Here we go. Alright. Oh no. My least favorite. Does Whitemane have Valor Point cosmetic shop? VP? Valor Point? I see people walk with all kinds of cool transmogs. It is for, most likely it is for donate points, coins, whatever the donate currency is called here. You also have Whitemane Plus, which gives you some extra transmogs, I think. I haven't checked their store in a very long time, so I don't know exactly what they're offering there. But I know you have a lot of cool transmog if you donate. I just entered Twin Star Apollo to see what the fuck is going on with my ticket about my deleted accounts, and they called my tickets retarded. 2 times 1085 is deleted. You should make a video about it on YouTube to tell your story. The story of the best Cataclysm player being denied. Let me change the live stream title so people don't get confused and know that this is Whitemane and not Felsen. Whitemane Cataclysm. Whitemane Maelstrom Cataclysm. Here we go. And change this into Cataclysm. Cool. We're all set. Yeah, Malokin is whispering me in the chat. I don't know why you don't type it in the live stream chat. That will be more helpful, but he's saying that you get transmogs, infinite heartstone, so that probably means your heartstone doesn't have a cooldown with Whitemane Plus, and you don't need to repair your gear. Pretty nice. This guy already AFK? What the heck? We just started and he already found his AFK spot. All locations with Hearthstone? You mean Flight Master locations then, no? Man, I don't know if I feel like playing Altered Valley. I don't know if I feel like playing this. Let me consider this decision. You know what? I was thinking about checking the Whitemane store. Let's do it now. Whitemane. Try to log in and see what it's like, what they offer. Okay, I'm logged in. I don't want to show you my account details. Hold on. Whitemane Plus is a subscription. Wait, I can do it like this. Whitemane Plus is a subscription that combines many previous features, you mean, and a few new ones, and combines them all together, saving up to 90% on Ember coins. Teleports, Transmog Verification Plus, unlimited racial shift repicks, healthy resurrection and indestructible armor, unlimited heartstone, and instant flight. Let's click on Transmog Verification Plus. Gives you access to the exclusive Transmogrification store with player ID and allows you to transmogrify items without being limited by armor type or weapon type. That's cool. Transmogrification Plus allows you to transmogrify items without necessity of having anything in your bag. After you obtain an item, you will learn its appearance on all your characters. So that's like on Legion. So you can use it with special Transmogrify Plus NPC that can be found near normal Transmogrify NPCs. Okay. That's nice. How much does this Whitemane Plus cost? Here we have it. Choose your Whitemane Plus plan. 30 days, 405 Ember coins. 90 days for 263. So let's say I want 30 days, 405 Ember coins. How much is that? Donate. 105 Ember coins. Oh, it's here. So it's 10 euros, but you have to buy at least 250 Ember coins because you're still missing 5. So 25 euros essentially for 30 days of Whitemane Plus. What you guys think? Essentially you would have like 2 times 30 days of Whitemane Plus for that price, because you're getting 250 Ember coins. This is Whitemane Maelstrom Dark Candy. By the way, I leveled the Holy Priest PvE. Very fun, but burns mana fast, not like Holy Paladin. Needs to adapt. Yes, Holy Priest runs out of mana extremely quickly. If Home Twin Star did not have this speech laws, it would have been a very nice server. I think they have other issues as well. Don't do it. You're selling your soul to the devil. What do you mean? I'm not buying Whitemane Plus. I'm just showing you. I'm just showing you the options. I'm not about to buy it. What do you think? How much money do I get for live streaming with no donations? Let's be honest. Transmog. Let's see the transmog in their shop. Whitemane selection. Cursed Vision of Sargeras, Sally Whitemane, Sapphire Spectacles. Sally Whitemane. Asumi Sanguinar. Flirty Warrior. Twin Blades of Azanoth for 350 coins or points or whatever it's called. Suits all melee weapons. Whitemane selection. Okay, so that's like they recommend you some probably. When you have some cool weapons. Shadowmourne. Shadowmourne Transmog. Suits all melee weapons. You're unrestricted. 280. I wonder if you also get the effect of the souls flying around you. I guess not, but that would be really cool. 280. That's a little too expensive. Ashbringer. Charlemagne. Thunder Fury. Sulfuras. All the legendary weapons. And even Frostmourne for 560. If you see someone walking with Frostmourne, that person is rich in real life. Nice. Frostmourne. And it just redirects me here. This is really good. Other servers should be doing this. It's not pay to win because it's only transmog. But I can totally imagine some people wanting to wield Charlemagne and have it transmogged. Or whatever, whichever one of these weapons. PvP sets, Wrath of the Lich King for instance, costing 210 most of them. Nice. And really well built website as well. Raid sets, classic DBC and Wrath of the Lich King, so you can't even buy Cataclysm transmogs it seems like. Which makes sense. RP sets. They thought about everything. Black market. You can buy gold for Ember coins. And you can also sell your gold. Create auction. Your account needs to be offline. Store, donate, transmog. Let's see the store. Bathtub water. That's the best. Character services, Ember coins, and you have some discounts, those promo discounts. Heirlooms, mounts, tabards. Is there any kind of gear you can buy? Toys. Looks like no. You can only buy the transmog up to Wrath of the Lich King expansion. Exclusives. You can level up your professions using these scrolls. An arsenal. What the fuck is that? Arsenal. Oh, that's the gear then. Arsenal. Okay. So you can buy gear from the last season. That's the best gear you can get. So you cannot buy current top tier gear, but you can get the best of the previous season. I mean, very smart. Doesn't make it completely pay to win, although you're paying for a pretty nice boost if you're buying these pieces anyway. Like 372 item level is still really good on Firelines even. But it's not like you'd be buying Shadow Morn on Whitemane, you know? I mean, smart. Technically you could call buying gold pay to win, because with gold you can buy a bunch of things, even BOEs. I think this is smart, very smart design. Let's go back to chat. I love back in X Molten we could vote in a web page of WoW private servers and get points for old items for transmog. Well, you can still do that. You can vote on Whitemane. Not vote. You can log into the game and then just collect your points. So that's still a thing on Whitemane. And on some other servers there's still this voting kind of thing. Probably the only one who doesn't like Twin Blades of Azeroth. They are so ridiculous and practical. Makes blocking very hard and has no reach. It's a game, but it stands out so much. What is going on here? Oh, it's our fan. He wants his spotlight. Saying hi. Hey Banks, hi. Welcome back. They have a really good monetization system. One of the best I've seen, yeah. Buying gold is a bit stupid, but whatever. I know, but they look too goofy. I know, like, I'm like small, real looking weapons and cloth, so I don't look like I'm from Dragon Ball Z. I'm not trusting Whitemane, not single percent. I'm their first rat realm, then second, and now. Well, they didn't really have a second realm. That wasn't Whitemane anymore. That was some combination of what? Whitemane and Sunwell or something? So I'm only counting the first one. But that one died within weeks, pretty much. The population decreased drastically, and this one is only going up after months. So they earned my trust, at least for now. Like, there's no guarantee that the server wouldn't die in the future, but that could happen to any server pretty much, except Whitemane. Are you going to play Cataclysm Classic? Yes. I'm also making a lot of Cataclysm Classic videos to the channel these days. My favorite weapon is Solthrace the Lasher. That's a nice weapon. Not my favorite. I think there's a lot of much better looking weapons, but it's a solid pick. How's the PvP for Alliance there? Are the queues long? Same as for Horde. Factions are 50-50, so they're perfectly balanced, and everything is cross-faction. So it doesn't really matter what kind of PvP there is for Alliance, because it's the same for Horde. Except maybe World PvP and dueling zones, but that's very comparable too, because as I said, the ratio, the faction balance ratio is 50-50, so it's pretty much the same thing. Try to queue up for... Oh, Tolbarad, okay. We're gonna wait for Tolbarad, that was 11 minutes. That's nothing. Their second realm was same concept as Cata, now skip TBC and stuff, better catch up, but dies really fast. Those guys are not trustworthy. Well, as I said, what was their second realm? I don't remember them having second realm. Wait, was it Whitemane? I don't think it was Whitemane. That was... What was the name of that server? Oh my god, I can't. Help me. I don't remember the name. I know what you mean. It was like custom Wrath of Lich King, kind of. Can't think of the name right now. I know Niv played it for a while. I think Neltharion won't have many players. They didn't advertise very well. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I haven't seen much advertisement from that at all. We do group up in Talbrad and Camp Horde base from time to time. Nice. Love to see that. I love doing doing daily quests in Talbrad just for the world PvP there. That sword looks kosher, not that big to dislike it. Yeah. Oh, Malakin is in the chat, finally. Hey, can I ask you, why do you rank Twin Star server solo? I've been playing on Twin Star Cataclysm since 2016. I've enjoyed my time there. So are you still playing on Twin Star? Because they're almost empty. There's like a couple hundred players at peak. And there's nothing going on. There's some events here and there. Rarely, but there are some sometimes. There's just a terrible population. It's like one of dozens other private servers with that kind of population, despite their pretty good scripting, especially on Cataclysm. Ever played Dragonfire TBC? Never heard of it. Know what's called with other server name was Synergy. Yes, that's it. Synergy, exactly. Haven't played there for more than a year, that's why I'm asking. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. A year ago it was better, but it was still pretty much dying. I think a year ago was about the time when Apollo 3 and Apollo were getting merged. Maybe that was like October, November last year. So that wasn't the worst time for Twin Star. Now it's way worse because it split, it progressed to Mr. Pandaria. So now a lot of the active player base went over to Mr. Pandaria, but some still stayed on Apollo. So it split the already very small population. I could use this world chat live at youtube.com/me. Yes, on Whitemane I have max level Paladin and DK, and I've also started leveling a Warlock, which is, I don't know if it's level 20 or 30. Anyways, bro, I would like to thank you about your unholy DK guides on Cat. I reached 1.8k on Whitemane. That is pretty impressive, nice. Glad it helped. Although those guides were made, what is it, almost 2 years ago? Crazy. Yeah, but it was still solid. All of the information is completely up to date. It was just maybe not the top-notch quality, not the best sound and all this, but still totally usable. First time playing the class and 1.8k achieved. You're on your way. Have you seen the new Sanctuary Vanilla private server coming out next month? Looks pretty promising. I've heard about it. I've also heard about some drama surrounding it with the developers and so on. And I'm not into playing vanilla, so I'm not very interested. And I didn't even know if it's already launched or it's only launching soon. So good to know that they're launching next month. I didn't know. Wasn't sure about that, so thanks for the info. I saw you got rank 1 warrior, never made a guide on it. Could you make one? I should. I would definitely like to. First thing I would like to do is finish this How Is series for most classes and specs. I already have Warlock and Death Knight, Destruction Warlock and Unholy Decay in the works. Both should be coming out throughout this week. And then I'd like to make guides for the classes that I play. There are quite a few classes on Cataclysm that I've played a lot of and that I'm able to make guides like out of nowhere because I remember all of the things that I need. So I definitely like to make guides about them in October, November, and so on. I can barely get any items at 25 raids. No way I'm gonna compete with 35 more additional people by playing vanilla. You better have a good guild and be high ranked in that guild. Let's look around for some world PvP. One thing that I'm missing on Whitemane is the countdown at the top of the screen for when the tall bread begins. I don't know why they disabled it. Okay, so I've taken all the quests. Let's have a look around. Warrior, goddamn, Warrior is the hardest class of all. So many things to say. I don't think it's the hardest class to play. Overall, I think it's one of the easier because I'd say most casters overall are harder to play than most melees. Outside of maybe Rogue and Feral, because they have a really high skill cap. I think Warrior is much easier to play than a Rogue or Feral. That's my opinion. I had much harder time trying to learn how to play these other classes rather than a Warrior. There's not even that much of stance dancing anymore in Cataclysm, so PvP Finder menu, yeah, but that's an extra thing I have to do to be able to see it. It would be much quicker if I just had it at the top of my screen, you know? Whitemane is very good and has a high level in PvP, however I feel that the damage of the Feral Trees and Fire Mage is insane. It's always been on Cataclysm. I don't know. I haven't faced too many Ferals or Fire Mages, so can't tell. Can ask how to progress in Cata PvE. Use dungeons for justice, then go to Valor Points farm, and then trash and finally raids. Pretty much. You could skip some of that, either with donating on the website and getting some of that 3.5 now or 3.72 item level gear if you wanted to. You could also buy some BOEs sold on the auction house and get some extra item level there. But pretty much what you said. You could also do reputations in the Cataclysm Cataclysm zones that will give you 359 items with Exalted, so that helps a lot. And you could probably do the Firelands Molten Front, is it called? And you get some cool items there pretty easily. And then Firelands Trash if you're not able to get into the actual raid and kill bosses. Isn't Faradru the hardest in most expansions? Yes. Yeah. It is one of the hardest, definitely. Because there's so many things you can do and so many ways you can play it. It is definitely one of the hardest. But you can be a decent Feral even despite not knowing how to do all the crazy stuff and all the crazy tricks. You can still do pretty well. In order to fix your keys on Warriors, he changes all the stances. I've never had an issue with that. You have very high background noise, by the way. I'm sorry, it was a different stream. What the heck? What you smoking? What is really simple in most expansions? I'd say so. It's definitely simpler in Cataclysm than it was in Wrath of Lich King. And then it's simpler in any later expansion, even more. Because there's no more stance dance anymore. It's pretty much like an ordinary class. Well, Warriors macros aren't really that difficult to make. The macros you need are just change stance, change weapon, for the appropriate spells. You just copy paste the macros and it does the things automatically for you. So I don't find it particularly hard. Oh, Talbrad, here we go. Well, to be honest, Arms Warrior is kind of complicated now in Dragonflight though. Is it? Really? I have no idea how Arms plays in Dragonflight. Do people do PvE on Whitemane? Yes, they definitely do. You can see now, well you can't because I have it hidden, but you could see in World Chat there's people looking for, what's this? Bastion of Twilight, Firelands. There's multiple Firelands groups finding people. Yeah. BWD. Yeah, so PvE seems to be super active too. And so is PvP. This is one of the most PvP active servers I've played on. Personally, I dislike Paladins. I feel that they are very linear, sterile in a way. Boring skills, basic damage, hit, stun, heal, but that is me. They are, but the more teammates you have, the more complex it gets. You need to heal, support, track everyone's health, and how you can help them with your Hands of Freedom, Hands of Protection. So if you're playing 3v3, it gets pretty complex and more complicated than playing 1v1, for instance. What do you think about Ellie Shamans in Whitemane PvP? Ellie Shamans in Cataclysm 1v1, they're okay, but not very impressive. 2v2, they're mostly garbage. There's very little you can do, and you'll probably never be at the top of the leaderboards ever, no matter what you play. But there are some decent comps you could run, nonetheless. But I'd not recommend Ellie for 2v2. In 3v3, they're one of the best. Ellie, Shamans, 3v3, and BGs, that's where they shine. And it's just like spamming Chain Lightning is actually a really easy rotation too. Just spamming Chain Lightning in BGs and 3v3, you're already gonna be MVP. So 1v1, 2v2, nope, not recommended. 3v3 BGs, the king. You cannot imagine the time it takes for me to set the keys in a character. Months. Well, you gotta get those add-ons like I have. This profiles add-on next to my minimap. That helps a lot with key bindings. And I've already played all the classes and all those specs, so I already saved the profile, and whenever I change character, I can just load it up super quick. Ellie is also S tier in PV. It is, and it is highly demanded because it has heroism / bloodlust, which is always very welcome, and it also does incredible damage. And there's not there's not too many Ellie Shamans in PvE, so you're usually welcome addition to the group, because there's a bunch of melees, but there's usually a lack of casters. Okay, I'm gonna use the honor point so that I don't go over cap again. Holy shit, 45 people on the live stream. Listen everyone, if you want to be getting the notifications about my live streams and you don't want to miss them out, go join our community Discord where I always notify everyone. Because you cannot expect the YouTube notifications to notify you in time. And the invite link to the Discord is in the video description. Some of the newer videos I've posted, you can check the description and the invite should be there. Okay, what did I want to do? Honor. What's your opinion on a Holy Priest in PvE? Let me think. Holy Priest. I played it in Firelands. I had fun, but I think it runs out of mana a little too quick. I wasn't the best Holy Priest, okay? Like, there were definitely things I could have done better. I like it, but I still think Resto Druid is gonna be a lot better. Holy Paladin is probably gonna be a lot better in most situations. And maybe even Resto Shaman. So I'd say Holy Priest is like A tier, A or B tier healer in raids. I'd say A tier, it's not that bad. I mean, solid choice. It's not the best, it's probably not gonna be best for the most fights. But it's still pretty cool. And I enjoyed playing it. I think it's a fun healer to play. Okay, am I missing anything at this point? For honor? I might get the main set. Yeah, let's get some of the main set then. Let me get... shoulders. Could be. Oh wait, I already have shoulders. No! Refund! Refund me. Okay, again. Here, gloves. Yes, gloves are good. And let's go for another BG here. That was quick. Oh, not this one. Is it the same that I left? No. Come on, no. Leave. Bye. I'm queuing up through solo queue. What about Destrolock or Unofficial is viable? Well, Destruction is fun, but you're probably never gonna get anywhere with that spec. You cannot join solo queue while 3v3 event is active. What the fuck is a 3v3 event? Are you kidding me? Oh my fucking... You cannot join solo queue with... Oh... Why? Oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, back to your question, sorry. Destrolock, I like playing the spec because it's fun, but there's a lot of classes that will beat you 1v1 that you will have to outplay. It's a lot of fun playing with Succubus, playing with all the crowd control, pumping out Chaos Bolts, which do almost no damage by the way. But as soon as you face a healer that will dispel your Immolate, you're useless. Because you need your Immolate to use your Conflagrate, which is your bread and butter, to do any kind of damage. And you have to cast that Immolate. And then healer just dispels it with an instant cast. So that's the problem with destruction. You'll have to have some dispel protection, playing with a Shadow Priest or something like that, or have something like a Subtlety Rogue to crowd control the healer so he cannot dispel. Then it would kind of make sense. But Affliction is usually much better. Elisham's all the way. Did Elisham from Vanilla era, Wrath of the Lich King era? Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the playstyle personally. Is there any world PvP on the server? I don't know. Good question. There's a lot of people leveling, so there's probably some world PvP. I don't think I've done much world PvP here at all. I mean, Holy in Cataclysm is my favorite healer. Really fun, even though probably the weakest one. It is extremely powerful healer. Come on. Both in PvP and PvE. On Cataclysm, Holy Paladin is one of the best. It is S tier healer in PvP, no doubt, in any bracket. Any bracket. And it's pretty simple. It's got a ton of instant cast and incredible on-demand healing cooldowns. Amazing. I love it. How did you lock in ally going? I haven't played in a while. I'll have to get back to it. Which I actually could right now. Yeah, that's a great idea. Let me log on to it. I could just be chill leveling. Level 20 Worgen Warlock. Let's continue on our journey. Holy Priest is probably worst healing Cata, but not by far. It's decent, I'd say. It's not the worst, I don't think. Do you think the new Cata server, which released October 6, makes Whitemane problems? I don't think so. But it could be interesting if they try hard to market themselves. They could be a solid World of Warcraft private servers. But I don't think that any private server is just gonna delete Whitemane. I think Whitemane's here to stay at this point. Unless something drastic changes. And Whitemane makes some bad decisions or something like that. I don't think there's anybody destroying Whitemane's population or their popularity. We'll play on Mistblade 2? I don't think so. With how Mistblade 1 went, and the fact that we don't even know what's gonna happen to our characters on Mistblade 1 up until now, why would I play on Mistblade 2? To get my characters deleted after a year? Do people take you on raids as Holy? Yeah, without problem. As I said, it's probably the weakest. Not playing that much. The heal balance in Cat is pretty alright. Vidím, že aj ty máš rád Altery, no môžem jebať. Can basically play any healer Cat and be fine. Yeah. I think so. For the most part, yeah. What is Red's biggest counter? Frost Mage. Frost Mage should beat Red 9 out of 10 times. Unless he messes up like unbelievably. Frost Mage is definitely the biggest counter. Other than that, I think Red can beat almost anything. In most cases. Or it's at least 50-50 fight. Can I sell these things in auction house maybe? Make some gold. Very important for me to get rich. Are the priest holies the most versatile, can act fast in any situation? My issue is that I burn down too fast. Well, PV in Tobra, come again and I will show you. Not now. We're gonna do this leveling so I can answer the chat. I was talking Holy Priest, not Paladin. Wait, where were you talking about it? That was a long time ago. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. How are Ferals doing Cata PvP? Do they struggle with range classes? A little bit. They have to use their cooldowns appropriately to be able to get on top of the ranged classes. But I wouldn't say they struggle, because they can still line of sight, heal themselves, and the ranged will chase you if you're on low HP trying to heal yourself. So they will come to you, and you can just bleed them and then heal yourself outside of line of sight. So it's not too bad. I'd say Feral's overall one of the best 1v1 classes easily. S tier. What Vikings working with your Worgen? Possessed? Why? Oh, you mean the mount? I don't know what happened to it. Plus I hear that PvP dies super fast on Mistblade. I haven't really played much PvP on Mistblade, so I can't tell. I did some BGs and arenas and so on, but not too much. Malokin, well, I mean, I have enough gold, but thank you. Thanks. Streamer benefits. Are you going to do solo queue? I wanted to. And then I found out there's some bullshit 3v3 event. And during that event you cannot queue up for 3v3 solo queue. So that's why I'm here leveling. Let's try to get in a dungeon and see how long it takes for a DPS to get in a dungeon. We actually already have a tank. We are only waiting for a healer. It's a shame I cannot heal with Warlock. I would have loved to heal a dungeon. So what zone can I go level in? Redridge or Duskwood? Let's go Duskwood. I'd say Shadow Priest is the only comp you can play in 2s with a Frost Mage. What about 3s? You could play with a Rogue, Subtlety Rogue, Shadow Priest. Very decent comp for 2v2. You'll be the weak link in that comp, so your partner will have to peel for you a lot, so your enemies don't kill you. So Frost Mage, Subtlety Rogue, both really good. And you could play with a healer, with a Holy Paladin or Resto Shaman if you're gay in real life. But I wouldn't recommend that because those arenas would never end. Because Shadow Priest isn't built to kill enemy healer teams. So Frost Mage, Subtlety Rogue, definitely the best choices by far. And in 3s, you can play almost with anything. You can play with Affliction Warlock, Unholy DK, Rogue, Mage, of course, both Frost and Fire Mage. What else? These would probably be the best comps. Maybe Feral Druid and maybe Retribution Paladin could be decent too. And then add a healer like Resto Shaman, Resto Druid, or Holy Paladin. These are the best comps in 3v3 for Shadow Priest. This is a war you did not change racials? No. I don't really need to, because for leveling, Dark Flight is actually really cool. But I will change the racials eventually. At like near max level when I'll be doing more BGs. 2 blood DKs in arena OP, not anymore. It used to be OP in 2014 when people didn't know how to counter it and what it does. But blood DK is useless against range DPS. And so any kind of team with just one range DPS is gonna completely annihilate you. And probably even melee DPSs at this point know that they shouldn't go on melee range and let you death strike. So paladins will kite and play with exorcisms and judgments and hammer of wraths against you, just to name one example. How strong is Hunter in RBG? Very strong. Good for killing people and crowd controlling, and also very good for defending bases. And gives the party some helpful buffs with the pets. So it is a very good class. And it is a sniper, you know, he's very hard to kill because he's always shooting from afar and he's farming those honorable kills. So if you're into that, only Frostman at the range can't kill blood DK. I think every single ranged will kill blood DK. Warlock, Marksmanship Hunter, Priest might have a harder time, but if Priest knows how to use mind control, I don't see a reason why he wouldn't be a blood DK. You fear, mind control, stun, mind control, fear, mind control, and he never gets to you. But yeah, Priest and maybe Warlock would have a tougher time killing a blood DK compared to any kind of mage and hunter, because mages and hunters are really good at keeping range. Not so much warlocks and priests, because they both lack better slows and snares, but they have decent CC still. Holy shit, how much damage are these doing? I'm dead. What the heck is going on? Is mage good for PvE here, and which spec? Yes, it is. Fire mage is the best by far. Fire mage for PvE. Okay, I gotta go kill them one by one and get buffed first. You get this demon armor. And I'm already out of mana, out of health, out of time. I think I'll enter an Eltharion when it starts. Sure, definitely worth a try. Depends on Bloody Cave. If there are 2 Bloody Caves, they will struggle. True, double grip if timed properly, it's good. But then I don't know. I still think there's gonna be 2 opponents as well if it's 2v2. If there's 2 blood DKs, there's gonna be 1 ranged class and 1 melee class, 1 healer, whatever. It's not gonna be easy. Don't tell me I'm gonna die again. I didn't even summon my pet. What pets do I have? I'm gonna just instant cast Voidwalker, he's gonna save me. I just spam drain life, what can I do? Come on. No, he's gonna kill me again. Bullshit zone. He wants to help me. So nice. Find 3 Steam. Not worth it, honestly. You find 3 Steam for 1 event and then it's over. You'll never hear of them again. What's the point? Whitemane skip 60 to 80? Yes, if you want to. But it's not mandatory. You can choose to skip, but you don't have to. Hey, so my leveling BG MEYTRIX is faster. I don't want to play against those twinks. I'm not having fun getting one shot. Especially now that I'm level 20. It wouldn't be much fun playing against level 24 twinks. If you had to pick the strongest class pair with disc and choose, what will you pick? Rogue or a Feral. And both of them ideally with some PvE parts. Rogue Feral would be the best by far, and then maybe Unholy DK is also solid, and then maybe Arms Warrior, but it's already pretty lackluster. Where's the Whitemane server located? No idea. I don't know if they ever said that. No idea, honestly. I would assume it's Europe, because most private servers are, but can't guarantee it. Man, is there a HD character model WOD for Cataclysm? Yes, can you tell me where to find it? I think somebody told me about it, but I have no idea. I've never looked for it, never searched for it, because I like the models as they are on Cataclysm, honestly. I wouldn't need more definition, more detail. This is totally enough for me. I think it looks great. Did you play WoW Hardcore? No, I don't head myself, so I don't play things like that. It would be more frustrating than fun. I'm confused, how do you skip, or do you have to pay for it? You don't have to pay for it. When you reach level 60, you get an email in your mailbox in game on your character, and when you pick it up and loot the loot boxes, you'll get gear and levels. That's how it works. And if you don't want to skip, you just don't loot the loot boxes that you get in the mail. Is this server in US? I don't think so. I was pressing release from reflexes on my screen. Thank you. Oh, what a nice guy, he helped me. Mary's Looking Glass, what the fuck is that? Where's that glass? Give me your glass. I feel like only people are too bad for max level people make OP twins one-shot leveling players. Creature in my mind. Yeah, I think so too. That's the only thing that would make sense. Like, why would you play an inactive twink bracket if you could play at max level? I don't see a point. Never been a fan of twinking myself, because I always enjoyed max level PvP and did well in it. So I totally agree with your opinion. My ping is 45 ms. Pretty good, no issues. London, interesting. Please don't put WOD models into older clients, it doesn't fit the game. I like them on my Wrath of Lich King. I really do. It looks much better. Yep, got it, thanks. Thanks, Luther. No hardy beaches are fun. Come on, don't kill me. Hey, CY, can you recommend a good website on PvP guys for Cataclysm? Like, for each class and specific spec on the internet, there are no decent ones, mostly all outdated. There's a YouTuber, but those are PvE guides. MB Extreme, I think is his name on YouTube, MB Extreme. He's got amazing PvE guides, but for PvP, I think I used to use the Whitemane forums guides for PvP. There was some decent ones. I assume they're still up. And then I would just search on Google. Type WoW Cataclysm 4.3.4. Your class guide, for instance Retribution Paladin PvP guide. And I would see what I found. I would compare it to what I already know. And then decide if the guide is any worth going through, if the info there is somewhat true. I don't think there's a specific website that I'd be using other than Whitemane's forums. Level 21, nice. Let me log on back on the dungeon again. I already have 2 fans helping me. Oh, that's so nice. Look up Touty Veins guides for Cataclysm or old Preach guides on YouTube. Yeah, but Touty Veins are PvE. They aren't PvP. Why are they following me? Well, I'm the Asmongold of private servers. Man, why is leveling taking... Wait, I should have typed .xp reset, right? XP rate changed to 4.5. That might have been the issue. I should have done that long ago. Sure, but I'll have to be in a group with you to be able to do that, probably. Let's fly around. I have a personal taxi. Why not do RDF? I just logged. I just logged into RDF, but it kicked me when I entered the party, when I accepted the request. I have a taxi driver and a bodyguard. Lucky me. With a squad like this, I may be able to level on Whitemane's Wrath of Lich King and not get ganked. Imagine that. Going into Outland and high level players thinking, oh, we're gonna kill this streamer. And then I get a taxi and a bodyguard. Arms warriors are crazy? I don't think so. In what sense of the word are they crazy? Because I don't think they would do crazy damage. Their defensives suck. They have no healing. And they're immobile almost. In PV? Okay, yeah. Damage is the only good thing about warriors. The problem is in PvP, everybody will keep warriors away from them. What's the question? Have you played on Panda WoW? So in PvE, Arms Warrior is great because nobody's snaring you, nobody's kiting you. So you're able to stick to the target. If that was the same in PvP, Warrior would be amazing. But in PvP, you only have your charge, and then you have your leap on a 1 minute cooldown, which is ridiculous. And that's the only two mobility cooldowns you have. And then you get slowed and snared all the time, and there's nothing you can do outside of Bladestorm. And Bladestorm is 1.5 minute cooldown or whatever. It's way too long. And your own snares, your own slow with hamstring is shit. It takes global cooldown to use, and you have to be on a melee range. Which comes with the best for choosing Kata? Many comps. Retribution Paladin, Marksmanship Hunter, Unholy Decay. Sub-Rogue Frost Mage, Feral Disc, Feral Resto Shaman, a Sub-Rogue Retribution Paladin, Unholy DK Resto Shaman, Holy Paladin, Arms Warrior, Holy Paladin, or Resto Shaman is also pretty decent. Sub-Rogue Hunter, Sub-Rogue Feral, Feral Hunter. just to name a few. There's so many really good comps. Usually super fast for 11 and Whitemane. Took me one Sunday. It's kind of annoying to get one shot by 20s though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I should log on those BGs. But I'll wait until I'm at the top levels of that bracket at least, so that I'm not fighting with level 20 against level 24s, but I'm rather at that level range of 23 to 24. BB. Is it legal to power boost in this server using your second account? I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I think if you asked in a ticket or so, GM would reach out to you probably within a few minutes. So you could try that. I don't know. It's a good question because different servers have different rules on this. What they allow and what they don't. Struggle with time, but Ice Cream PvP call my brain as casual. If I join on the server and I only want to play PvP, mostly BG, but I'm not a pro, just an average casual player, what class can you suggest me? For BGs, for a casual player, I assume you're talking about DPS and not healers. Probably some ranged class. I don't know, for BGs it doesn't really matter that much. I like hunters because they kill people from range. And you will rarely be the target of enemies because you're so far away from them. So I'd maybe go for a hunter. You have Beast Mastery and Marksmanship, both really good specs, while performing completely different playstyles, so you can choose whichever you prefer. I guess that could be a good choice. Let me get back with Hearthstone and I'll be ending the stream in a moment. Warming gets you like 2 to 3 plus levels, yep. How good you think deaths are on PvP, BGs and arenas here? Not very. There are a few comps where they're really good with ferals, rogues, or in Unholy DK like I just mentioned a while ago. In BGs, you'd probably still want to have Holy Paladin and Resto Druid, and then the third healer would probably be either Resto Shaman, Disc Priest, or Holy Priest. So it would be number 3. Not ideal position to be in. It's okay, but it's not among the best. Yeah, there's many great zones to level. Tricks for power boosts. Making a raid team with your low level and abandoning team giving all XP to low one and killing with your big one. Well, I haven't seen once a Resto Druid in 2s. I haven't seen many either, but they are in the PvP ladder, so they must be played. It is a decent class, but I'd say for healers, you'd either want to go Holy Paladin or Resto Shaman, which are both better than Resto Druids in 2v2 in most circumstances. That's probably why. Is there a good mob server coming this year? I don't think so. Well, Mistblade 2 is the only one that's gonna be good for a while. So yeah, you could consider that. Mistblade 2 is the only thing that you could somewhat consider to be a good mob server coming up this year. Trying to level up on Whitemane, I need to boost up a few alts. When will you come back to Whitemane? I was on Whitemane just yesterday. What do you mean, coming back full time? Was that not enough? I'll see, I might do some arena action on Whitemane or something. But then the problem again, I have nobody to play with. So what am I gonna do? Maybe if I find a good guild, then maybe I could play on Whitemane. Maybe. I'd need some community people to play with. It's boring to play solo. I might as well just buy the game time and go level on Wrath of Lich King Classic, honestly. Okay, so Hunter, but here do you need a bunch of PV items like Wrath of Lich King Armor Pen, or you can play only full PvP gear? You can just go full PvP gear, you don't need PvE at all. Well, you can go check it. I'm out. I'm gonna have my final meal for today and then go to bed. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll probably see you live tomorrow, or maybe not. We'll see how I feel. But tomorrow might also be coming out some new video on the channel too. So either that or a live stream probably. And final question. Hi, do you have any character on Wrath of Lich King Classic, or you will be leveling fresh after phase 4 begins? I do have max level Paladin that I boosted to level 70 with the official Blizzard boost. I actually made a video about it back then, a year ago. And then I leveled to 80, and I have level 70 Death Knight. So I have those two already ready, but I'm thinking about leveling another one now that there's XP boost active. We'll see. Catch me on one of the live streams. There's a high likelihood that throughout this upcoming week I will be playing on Wrath of Lich King Classic. Very possible. So we'll see. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you again sometime.